All right, g'day. Here we are. They just changed the start time, so I guess we've got some time. Ole Miss, Miami, Florida, national championship, semifinal number one. And boy, has the money come for Ole Miss. So literally 6 hours ago, this was a strong day to play. Miami had significant overall volume, I think 64% off the top of my head. Master money was strong on Mississippi, but the money has ran over the top. Ole Miss is now 57% of the overall money. Still 64% of the master money. The over, we are looking at 74%. Yet the master under is 81%. So, and I've said it before, master plays aren't strong on the data play, not strong on totals as it is seemingly on the sides, and this was at 53.5 and a bit of 54.5 laying an alternate number. So money has been come flying in. Money line, looking at 78% of the money line is a Miami, Florida. 54% of the master money line there. First half's just wreck money. We're going to 61% on Mississippi. First half, though, is 76% on the under and 91% on the over on the Masters. So a complete flip. So while the line looks like they've got it set up, literally the first half is half the overall total. The Masters are saying strong first half, over tight second half. And the wreck money is just like under first half, over for game. So let that make sense. All right, so we actually have player props that we can dive into. See what else we've got here. Mississippi team total over 24.5. Looking at 59%. 100% of the master money is on the under 24.5, slightly plus money. Okay, let's go scrolling. First quarter, g'day Colin C. Let me have a quick look before I jump in the player props. First quarter, 10.5. Oh shit, looking at 81% of the money on the under. So average and under 10.5 around minus 130, over 10.5, 118. And on the master side of it, we're looking at 76% on the over, average and mid 120s, minus 130 on the unders there. You're welcome, Colin. Let's get into some player props. I don't know who has player props. I don't know where these player props are. But we've got some action. Looks like Carson Beck. Let me just see where these. So 231.5 through over action. All right. So look at 76% of the money on the over, 67% of the master money on the under. Number's currently 26.5, but that master money was at 231.5, nothing at 226.5. So if you can get anything over 230, worth taking a look at it. Trinidad Chambliss, 262.5. This has been all over the place by the look of it. 255.5. 269.5. Jesus, they were all over the place on this. Looking at 71% on the over, 62% of the master money on the over. A lot of money on. Oh, is this Malachi or Malachi or whatever? Because My second son's Malachi, and the variations that he gets. Looking at 97% on the over, total receiving yards 62.5. This was at 58.5. They bet over. Master bet over. No, average money bet over. Hang on a second. So there's no master money on this. Just everybody's betting the over. Over 58.5. It went over 59.5. Over 60.5. Over 62.5. There is a slightest little tickle at the under there, 62.5. But another bet. The chart just moved. Another bet come there on the over. Elijah Lofton, 100% of the money's on the over. Over 7.5 is where a lot of it sits. A little at the over 8.5. Oh, here's a nice one. Mark Fletcher Jr., 64% of the money on the over. Master money is 100% on the over. And this is over 9.5 minus a dime. Number still seems there. Price looks gone. We have 71% on the under. Harrison Wallace, 100% of the master money on the under. Under 56.5. Huh. So they took under 54.5 and then moved it to 56.5 at a shorter price, and they bet the under again. 54.5, you get 54.5 bets, and then you move it to 56.5. Yeah, that makes perfect sense. What the hell? Hang on a second. What? This makes no sense at all. All right, hang on a second. Some Wallace. Just a second. I'm just giving the traders a rush up. All right. Deuce Alexander, made 53% on the under, 100% of the master money on the under 30.5, about minus 15. Good way to action on Deshaun Stribling with a Z. 51.5. Fairly well balanced at both numbers. 64% on the over, 53% of the master money on the under. 76% of Dequan Wright on the over, 67% of the master money on the over. Over 27.5, laying around 15. Under 26.5, getting plus money. All right, biggest bet action prop. Mark Fletcher Jr., total rushing yards. Big volume on this. Not a bad book. 56% of the money's on Mark Fletcher, over 95.5. Ooh. So they took over 83.5, over 87.5, over 90.5, got to 95.5, and then that's when they found some resistance. And then little early resistance at the 90.5 as well. So while that's over, at the number that it is now, 95.5 is getting the strength there. Logins. Okay. 86% of Malachi Tony, over 8.5 rushing yards. 100% of the master money is on the under 8.5. Yeah. Why is that showing? Okay. Really good volume on Kiwan Lacey total rushing yards, 79.5. So over 79.5 got good action, under 79.5 as well. And then at 82.5, funny enough, some of the ones that took 82.5 even followed up at 79.5, but good two-way action there at the 79.5. And then Trinidad Chambliss again, nothing on the master chart. Rec monies are playing the over, 63% on the over. And then we head into the first touchdown scorer anytime. Luke has. Interesting. Some master action there at 75-1. And then anytime touchdown, that was first touchdown scorer. Anytime we got Gerard Pringle, 4-1. And we've got Winston Watkins. Ooh, 15-1. Nice juicy price there. Ton of money on Malachi Tony from the Rex, Trinidad as well. But yeah, that looks like it. Let me just head back up the top. Some master money's coming on Miami, Florida. So that's about 60% now. Mississippi. Overall, getting back to fairly well balanced. Total bet just come in, but again, first half totals balanced there because looks like a couple of strong bets on the under. So that's more balanced on the master chart now. Still leaning heavily, everybody on the over, pros on the under. First quarter, a bit more money coming on the under there. All right, that looks about it. Have a quick look at tomorrow's game. It's pretty well balanced. Again, a lot of money on the over there. And on the NFL, a bit more money on the Rams, but they're looking a bit like a data play right now. Green Bay Packers, heavy. We're going to need the Bears. Not too much in Bills Jags. We're going to need the 49ers big time. Chargers Patriots well balanced. And we're going to need the Texans big time right now. But again, it's early days and all that can change. So, all right, good luck. Enjoy the game tonight. And hope you find some winners. Cheers and good luck.